Good morning, everybody, and welcome to IGEL, what used to be called IGEL Weekly. It's turned into IGEL Bi-Monthly now. This is the community edition of the podcast, and we have the privilege of recording episode 100 of the IGEL podcast. So I know Andy's put a lot of work into driving this ship along and recording the podcast, and I kind of feel like I'm stealing his thunder a little bit here by taking episode 100. So congratulations to us for doing this for so long. And it just goes to show that the IGEL portfolio has legs. We can talk about it for 100 weeks straight. It's probably you're doing something right. That being said, I'm Barry Browne. I'm with XenTegra Canada, the Great White North. With me today, November 14th, is Rene, all the way from where in Germany are you, Rene?
Near Bremen, northern part of Germany.
Okay, and you've been on this podcast before, but for the folks who don't know you, maybe tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and you seem like you've become almost the face of IGEL social because you're always running on beaches with IGEL merch on and giving away socks, t-shirts. So maybe give us a bit about your background, who you are, and what your day-to-day role is.
Yeah, and I try to be the face, and that would be my biggest wish because I like to spread out the love I have for IGEL. With the company for more than 10.5 years, nearly 11 years. Worked as manager pre-sales, built up the advanced services in EMEA as a director, and now since nearly 2 years, I'm in the IGEL community. I always work close with Browne. And when there was a position open and they asked me, I couldn't believe it because this is really what I like. Over the nearly 11 years, I built a great network internally, externally, and now I can use this. I can do a little bit of marketing. I can with the videos on the beach. I can do a little bit of business continuity, a little bit of pre-sales, a little bit of sales, a little bit of everything. And this is for me the best position ever.
Awesome. So just out of curiosity, so given what your background, what you just said there, are you a quote unquote a traditional nerd, like a technical guy, or are you more on the business ops side of the house?
So I started as an SE, and there was pretty technical. Was deeply into Linux. But after 1.5 2 years, they asked me if I want to go into the manager role, and I have to say I still have love for tech. But 8 years as a manager or director, this makes something with you. And I still love the tech. I have here my Ray-Ban Meta sunglasses, so I'm a little bit geeky still, but I have to say there are people at IGEL that are way more technical than me.
Yeah, I'm the same as you. I come from a very technical background, and my current day-to-day job doesn't quite let me scratch the itch as much as I would like to kind of pound on the keyboard a little bit and do and turn the nerd knobs, if you will.
Yeah,
so kind of the same background. But so normally I do these podcasts with Seb, and Seb couldn't make it today. So you're here. I'm not trying to say you're a replacement or you're not Seb. But how do you guys complement each other in the community, like shared responsibility? How does that all work?
So we're still learning and we're still changing a little bit. So I would say as we started the community 7 years ago, 6 or 7 years.
Yeah,
It's a really, really long time now. It was really, really a place where you got also support, where especially Seb went in and helped thousands of people there, I would say, in no time, besides his pre-sales job. And now as we having a world-class support also and a services team, we try to guide it more into the right direction. So sure, if someone comes in has a simple question like first general question, I think everybody will help there in the community. But if it gets a little bit more tricky and you need to go to support, we guide them also in the direction. Right. So I would say Sebastian also as a VP now, going also more in this management role.
He's a VP?
He's a VP of a community, yeah.
Oh, see, you guys holding secrets. You didn't tell me that.
No. He's the VP and he also managing the knowledge base team, right? And I think this is a really, really huge benefit that you get so much information and be on the side where you see what the people need at the moment, and you can create then articles for the knowledge base, can create videos out of it. I think this is also very beneficial what we're doing, and so he's he's he oversees everything, and he's planning, and so we can guide things in the right direction. And for me, I try to connect with technical partners, with our distributors, with our resellers, with our customers, to be also on their side, hear what they want and what they need. This is very
Right.
important,
Well,
but also to collaborate with them, right?
well, hopefully now that Seb has this big fancy title, he actually comes and graces us with his presence every now and again in these podcasts. Hopefully, he hasn't outgrown
No, no,
little
no, no, no,
podcast we have
not.
going here.
No, no, I know Seb since 10 years, and we're working together since 10 years. We were together in pre-sales back in the days, and um, it's a cool guy, and I really like to work with him. And it's good if you know the guys. This is what
Right.
I meant. I built it a network internally and externally, and if you work with all the guys, you build it up a relationship over years. It's so much beneficial for the company, but also for the whole community, right?
Yeah, and that kind of brings me to my next question. I'm curious about. So I looked this morning because I'm active in there, not as much as I would like, but certainly I look at the posts daily. I may not comment on them all, but there's, I don't know, 12,600 users now, and
Yeah.
I see the interaction going up. So the question is, how do you make the community so attractive and so sticky, if you will? Because I know there's some other vendors out there trying to copy and paste what IGEL have done and try and reproduce the community model, and some of them are successful and some not so much. So, what has made IGEL so sticky from a community
It's a
perspective?
no, it's a huge challenge. I think the fact that we were the first community within Slack and building this up gave us a head start for the others. So we're having the 12,600 registered users. You need to be we don't have 12,000 users every month there, but they are registered, and we have a good amount of people who are there. I think it's to take care to don't say, okay, we only push marketing messages in there. It's
Yeah,
about also listening to the people, helping the people in our VIP group, for example. Those are the people who are very active in the community, and they're having a really high priority when we also talk to our product management, right, to see what we need and how they like features, and this is really important. And I think for the others, it's a place where you can go 24/7 and you really get help, because I think because we have so many active users, you get very fast the help. And other communities that are growing, slowly growing, they will come there at some point, but you need to identify this 30, 40 people who like to help each other. I'm really happy we have already built this, and we have a really good relationship to our VIPs who help running this community, and I think this is important. But on the other side, I totally agree. It's and I don't know where we were going with communities, right? Because there are 10, 12, 15 different Slack communities where
yeah,
you could join probably, and you have on the left hand side then so many icons. I said to Seb, the best thing would be if we had one big Slack channel and different sub channels where the vendors were in. But I totally get it also what the benefit is to own your own
right.
community. And this is not easy, but this is definitely a challenge, because back in the days there were one Slack community and people from everywhere came in, checked by, and now probably people
Yeah,
are going to different communities, right? So, but still we're having a really good growth, a little bit slower, but not much slower like the last years. But we're still growing,
well, we're never
and
going to see that COVID growth again. I don't think, unless we get COVID
yeah,
2.0 or
yeah,
something.
this is totally right. But we're having constantly growth, and I don't know if you saw it. IGEL is now expanding to the Asian market, to the
Mhm.
Middle Eastern market, and I had some calls with those guys last week and said, well, we have 100 people from Asia registered in the IGEL community, so probably we can help you, especially if you want to grow or build the market. Um, you are limited within the people you have, and
Right.
so this is an opportunity for customers, for prospects, to also check out if they have a question. They can have 24/7 place where they can raise, and probably also where they can get direct help.
Right.
Additionally to the stuff we have there.
So you mentioned something very quickly there. I think it's worth diving into a little more. You said the IGEL VIPs. So
Yeah.
in my mind, there's kind of three types of users within the community. And I don't want to use the word tiers. So we have, folks who have just joined, we ask a question. We have the insiders and we have the VIPs. So let's talk a bit about what these programs are and how people can, apply to be a part of them, and why would they want to. Let's go start there, and then we'll move the conversation into the Disrupt conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say the majority, as you said, are people who are looking for an answer or saying, okay, I want to start with IGEL, registering there, and they can browse through all the channels, can read older messages or older use cases that were solved there. They can search. I like the search function. If you have a problem, you can type it in, get an answer. So I would say this is the majority, and this is normal for humankind, right? So
Yep.
Also for me, I'm sneaking into it and reading all the time and getting a lot of things. But what I like with the community and the insider program, we want to give a stage for everyone, right? So if you like IGEL, if you're a fan of IGEL, and if you're playing around with IGEL, and if you want to share your findings, this is a really good place. In general, the community. So you can contact me or Seb. We can write a blog. We can create videos. We can do meetups together. And yeah, this is how you can grow in the insider role. This is probably by nomination from the existing insider group, where they can see, okay, this guy was very active, solved a lot of questions, and wrote many blogs. This could be someone who can help us in this privileged group of people. And if you do this for a longer time and having a higher status, this is the VIP program,
Right.
I would say. And with those VIPs, we are going also deeper in discussions with our product management, with our development, because those are probably the people who showed for years that they love IGEL. They gave us not only positive but also critical feedback, but it's also very needed, right? Because we're not doing everything 100%. So if we having an idea, it's also important that you have people saying, maybe you have
Right.
to rethink, or maybe this is the other aspect of this we would look at. And this is so important, I would say. I said it a lot of times in nearly every talk I have with people that don't know IGEL. IGEL was and is a solution that grow by the feedback from the people. If you think back years, with a Linux operating system, you were limited in drivers, in support of applications, and when you see where we are today, maybe we're not 100% what a Microsoft operating system can do, but we have our use case, and we are very good at it, and it's amazing when you compare maybe 8 years ago and to today. It's amazing.
Right. Yeah, and from my perspective, I've been part of the insider slash VIP since I think it was the inception.
Yeah.
And IGEL is very, very receptive to feedback from that group and the community in general. So for the people listening, if you're interested in the insiders or VIP groups, we have Rene. He's active in the channel all the time. I don't know if Rene ever sleeps. He's always in Slack, always doing something. I just reach out to him or Seb, and we can get the ball rolling, because I believe the announcements are the class of 2025 will be announced in Miami Beach at the big IGEL conference that we're going to talk about in a minute or two. But before that, Rene, I want to dive into the product a little bit. I read on the community today that IGEL OS 11 is going end of life at the end of next year. Is that correct?
This is correct, and this is also something where we get feedback from peoples and listen to the feedback. You have to see also on other operating systems, right? The development is always on the new one, and I think there were also a lot of feedback around OS 12 when we released it at Disrupt 23. I think we announced it, and since 23 till today, I think we made a lot of progress and have a really, really great operating system where we also put all the energy we have, all the development power, right? And I think this is just the way it is, right? That you're having operating systems living a couple of amount of time, and then you go to the next version. So I think with the new UMS, we did a lot of groundbreaking stuff and add-ons we delivered there, and this is nearly everywhere in use already. And now we're going within the next year also to try to bring most of the people to OS 12. And you see it also with other topic with Windows 11 end of life, right? So
Windows 10 end of life. That's what I was going to bring up. Because you
10.
remember the famous announcement from Microsoft that Windows 10 was going to be the last version of Windows ever, and of course now we're on 11.
Windows 10,
we're eyeballing 12.
Yeah, right. And also people saying, it's also not too old. But this is also a topic for IGEL, for example, because we say you don't need Windows to connect to Windows.
Right.
Environment, right, and which will be also a hot topic in the next months, I would say.
Yeah, and I think all the conversations around the transition from Windows 10 to Windows 11 or Windows 10 to IGEL are going to really kick off here in January, because once people realize that the migration to Windows 11 is not strictly a software migration, there's hardware requirements to Windows 11, specifically TPM modules. So I suspect people will be looking very, very closely at the IGEL offering, specifically 12, starting now well into the year. So that's why I was looking at your shirt. It says simply IGEL it. But simply IGEL it V12. There you go.
I really like our new. You can say with Klaus Ostermann, he brought a really new approach within IGEL. First of all, this simply IGEL it. You saw the new logo. You see the preventative security model. And this is a really, really great thing, because I'm 11 years with the company, and what were the USPs of IGEL? Yeah, sure, you have a manageable and a great operating system, and you had a great hardware in the past. But look where we are now. We are not only operating system for EUC, we also go into the direction of security, and starting now partnering with a lot of security vendors, which has even started, and I'm really looking for Miami next year now next, where we probably also announcing a lot of more partnerships where where some people saying, oh wow, this is great, security major companies who want to partner with us, and this is a whole new position IGEL's in, I would say, right? And
so let's dive into that a little bit. So Klaus has been on board for some time now, and obviously a lot of new direction, a lot of change within IGEL. But one of the most visible to me, but I don't think it's visible to everybody, is that the branding of Disrupt has disappeared. So Disrupt is, it lets you software terms, it's end of life. So we're on to something bigger and better, which is now called Now and Next. So maybe I can ask you, what you can tell us about why the decision was made to abandon the Disrupt brand and rebrand to Now and Next.
I think, and you heard me saying, I was always the guy who said, okay, management, thin client hardware and stuff. And IGEL is on the market for quite a long time. And I had the feeling also in the end of Jet, I love Jet, really love Jet, love to work there. But I think we had always also a big view behind us. And I think with Klaus is more now, okay, where we want to go. So what we have now and where we want to go in the future, and what are the visions. And for me, the visions with Klaus on board are a little bit more clearer now. And we're having also a really good direction where we're going. So I really like this approach. Where are we now? But also what is next, and what are things you probably also can't imagine when you think about IGEL from the last 10 years, right? Like me. So I can tell you I was stunned when I saw the NDA things. I can't tell you at the moment.
Sure.
Internally, but this is really exciting what I'm seeing. And for me, nearly 11 years in the company, this is a whole, like it's a completely new company, right? We're having the good stuff from the past and adding really great other stuff to help a lot of customers. For example, we have this business continuity approach where I talked with several financial customers, where you probably know financial customers. This is one of the most hot topics. So how can I make sure I don't have any off times, right? And so this is the thing I really like about also the new messaging, having business continuity as it's only one part of the many parts we're having. So, yeah.
All right. So I guess a moment of silence for Disrupt.
Moment, yeah. Look. The first Disrupt in Bremen, I never forget this. I did back in the days. I was running the pre-sales in EMEA, and I organized and ran on-site training with 150 people. The ICE course back in the days.
Yes.
That was, I think, till today, it's the biggest on-site training we ever had, and
Wow.
we had a big theater where the keynote was done, and on day 2 they said, yeah, we have so many techies who want to do the training. Rene, it's your stage. You get the big stage to do the IC training there. And I opened the training on the big stage. That was one of my absolutely favorite moments in IGEL. And yeah, Disrupt was a great event, a great success. And now we're doing Now and Next. And I'm also really looking forward for that one.
All right. So let's dive into Now and Next. So you and I were kind of setting up this podcast. We did some very minor planning behind the scenes because everyone can tell these things are totally unscripted. But you had a couple of things you wanted to bring up about specifically about Now and Next and the work that you're doing behind the scenes. So I'm going to ask you a little bit about that. So what's up with Now and Next?
Yeah, so Now and Next, probably, if you know Disrupt, you have the same benefits like Disrupt. It's not a completely new event, but so what we had also in Munich was a community lounge, a really huge community lounge where all the techies hang out, could meet, could network, and we had also a community stage where we had, I think, 14 or 15 sessions, always small 20-minute sessions where different people could come on board and present something. And I can tell you, we tried this also in Miami last year. But in Munich, we had constantly 60 to 70 people standing in front of the stage. So we had some seats there, but constantly it was full and crowded. And so I think this is one of my targets for next year, Now Next. Beside all the great vendors you can meet, beside all the announcements from IGEL you can get, beside all the networking, I want to make this a place for community members, for techies, who can meet all the vendors from the EOC bubble. But this year also, we're saying this is not only an EOC event, but also an event for a secure operating system. I chose a secure operating system and bringing this whole security approach in. So you probably will see some vendors from the security side where you see, what are they doing here in the first place? And then in the second place, this makes a ton of sense, right?
So it makes me want to ask a question. And so for these community sessions, the 20-minute sessions, spread throughout the event, is there a call for papers or anything like that goes out to the community where anybody who may be interested in presenting can apply?
I can tell you, I would say we're having some people from our development there, and also some people from the CX team that they want to do some sessions. I think they are set and done already, or they're planning at the moment. But if anyone from the community is there and having a topic they like to present, they just need to contact me, and I give them the stage. Like I said, community is there to give the stage to the people that are mostly unheard, because you see the big breakout notes with the big guys, with the C levels, with the I don't know, but with the influential guys, with the loud guys, and in Munich we also had some more quieter guys, amazing guys. We had amazing sessions from different people. So if anyone wants to do a session, and I will definitely have a ask within our community, if someone is interested, they can come to me and I will give them a spot right away. No problem.
Yeah, that's awesome. Because what is the conference? It's 2 or 3 days, and there's probably, I don't know, 25 or 30 slots available in the community lounge, I'm guessing. So if somebody was interested in getting on the podium and having a chat or having a conversation, because those sessions are generally smaller than the big auditorium. So like you said, in Munich, there was 50, 60 people hanging around watching the session. So if you're nervous about public speaking, this is probably a good way to start. A relatively small crowd.
And you can hear the big breakout notes, and for me it's also an offer to the vendors out there. If you want to deep dive into your product together with IGEL, hey, just contact me, because this is the content I want to give. I want to make give also a stage to the people. So for example, I was at the Omnissa Now Next. I really, 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 really like the people from Omnissa. I really like the spirit they have. I really like the cooperation we have with them. But if you're really honest, within the last 10 years or 11 years I'm with IGEL, it was mostly
Right.
Citrix, or I would say most of the Citrix customers know us. But when I was in Amsterdam for the Now and Next event, it was like probably no one knew what IGEL is doing. And the people that went to our booth said, "Hey, what are you doing? We're running Dell, and we need to update, and we need new hardware." And I said, "Hey, we do this, and you can reuse your hardware a little bit
Yeah.
longer. Sustainability approach." And they say, "Wow, we didn't knew that you exist, but this is amazing." And so I'm working also behind the scenes a little bit with some Omnissa guys to do a video series about IGEL and Omnissa, and so I try to use my network to push a little bit the cooperation, and who knows what it will be then in 1-2 years, because I think there's a lot also of potential in this Omnissa bubble. And where you asked before, where comes the growth? I think especially in those markets where we didn't were before, security markets or Omnissa, where we didn't had this priority back in the days, but starting to grow this priority, or as I said, in Middle East Asia, where we're also not known in the market and have to grow. So this is a great
It's
thing.
funny you mentioned the Omnissa one, because I had a very, very similar conversation with a customer the other day, but it wasn't Omnissa, it was Parallels. Parallels remote
Mhm.
application server. And now that that's a native application in the App Store, people are all of a sudden saying, "Oh, wow, what's this IGEL story? Tell me a little bit about it."
Yeah,
And so it's kind of, from Omnissa, we have Citrix and of course Parallels now. That's really the model for secure compute. It really is.
it is, and I know that our product marketing is working like hell at the moment to create content on all the areas. I can tell you, it's really really busy, because you're having so many fields where you can go in and create content and talk with people, and so it's good to see that those people do in this direction. Like me, I'm going in the Omnissa direction, and in the end, coming together and
Yeah.
being there
So,
preaching the IGEL story and make this visible more.
so what else do you want to leave us with, for, because we're running up on half an hour here, and I don't want to steal too much of your time. What else is going on in preparation for the big Now and Next in Miami Beach? And this year, actually, it is in Miami. Last year was kind of Fort Lauderdale, Miami. The marketing guys have it.
Yeah, yeah. No, I can tell you this will be the biggest IGEL event ever. We're having this Fontainebleau hotel. I think Citrix also did a huge event a couple years ago there. I saw now the first pictures of the setup, which is grand. It's amazing. We have the big party there on the Wednesday. I think we also in talks with a really cool music act already. And what I really like, I'm responsible now for the technical breakouts, for the community stage, and also if you look back in the years, it was always a little bit last minute. I wouldn't say last minute, but my target is especially for the tech people to have a gender out in January, where we can have
Wow.
2 or 3
Okay.
months to promoting this, and this is at the moment where I'm looking for getting cool speakers, creating this agenda, and spreading out this Now and Next, what we are there and what we're doing there. So
Okay.
I would say this at the moment what I'm doing here, and I can tell you this time the community stage is planned for the Expo Hall. So we're having all the sessions there where the life of the event is. Last year in Miami, it was upstairs and a little bit outside it, and now we are totally in the middle of this, and will be even more visible. What is also good, because I think this community approach is really important and needs to be driven.
Right. I agree 100%. And so registration is open today, Rene. And is there any early bird discounts or coupon codes or anything to share with us, or maybe share in the
If
community?
you
You don't have
if
it off the top
you
of your head.
Yeah, so if you visited the Disrupt event before, you should got already an email with an alumni code. I think, if I'm honest, this is at the moment the best rate you can get. I also think that our partners will get own codes really soon. They can hand out at the people. And if you like to talk, and this is an offer I can make to you, if you want to talk on the community stage, if you're interested, I still have some free tickets left. If you want to be a speaker, I make this offer. Hey, come to us, speak, and you get a free ticket from me. This is something I can offer to you.
All right. And so what I can offer from the XenTegra side, if you're a customer potentially interested in IGEL, reach out to XenTegra. We'll give you a free pass. We'll bring you to the conference, and we'll show you the magic of IGEL. And, who doesn't like a free ticket to a conference, right?
No,
so there's two ways to do it.
This is magical. It's also for me, like last time, probably I did 20 videos on LinkedIn in this short amount of time. It's magical. It's a special atmosphere there, and I really love to be on such IGEL events, and can't wait to be in Miami in March.
Yeah, it's funny where it is an IGEL event at the end of the day, but it's really morphed into more of a whole EUC event.
Absolutely.
And so if you look at the the vendors who are in the pavilion, who are in the showcase, they're not just certainly they're IGEL partners, but it's anyone who's who in the EUC space is going to be there, from vendors, people, you name it. So it really is the place to be. So Rio, Miami, Fontainebleau Hotel. What dates, Rene? End of March 25th or something I have in my head?
25th to 27th. I think the Tuesday and Wednesday are the main days, and on the Thursday we're also planning a little bit special ones, a little bit more longer workshops. Like we bring over some developers. This is an idea at the moment, bringing over some developers and working together with our customers and partners on apps in the App Creator portal, giving tips how to create apps. And this is also where we're looking for ideas. This is an app we need, and then we can do this together with our development at the Thursday and create an app, and you go away from the event with the app you need probably, and you were not able to do it.
Wow, that's an awesome idea. So real hands-on productive workshops.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
So awesome. we're in the thought process at the moment, and also if there are ideas, there are also ideas we have a workshop, UMS workshop, and in the end you're going out with the running UMS environment that you build it within this workshop. Only to name early ideas at the moment. It's nothing set in stone, but we're having also if there's a need from inside the community, just drop the idea, and we're early now, and we can bring most things to life, I would say, if they're not too crazy. Let
me ask you a question. Is the certification lounge coming back? Because that was always a big hit for the community.
I think so. So. I don't have any facts at the moment where we have the community lounge, but I'm pretty sure that Mark and Ed and the academy team is there.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, Rene, let's leave it at that. That was a good session. Congratulations to us on 100 episodes. We're the best.
This is a real honor. Sneaking in, taking the pride from Sebastian. I'm on episode 100. This is wow.
All right. Well, thanks so much for that. I look forward to episode 101, and we'll talk soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.